Hey, I just wanted to share one more, hopefully quick GMM this week. Since school's really rolling out, kids will be there next week. And, you know, I feel like the pressure's probably on. I remember those days, even in a good year. It was exciting, it was challenging. But this year, I can imagine that the challenge is fairly supersized. So I want to talk about your pit crew. This is something I've used for years in workshops. I think I first read about your pit crew in Anne Lamott's books. She's a fabulous writer. And the idea is pretty simple. When you're in a race and you're, race driving, or it's a race car, um, you're going around the track and you come in to the pit stop and you need your pit crew. And your pit crew, one guy specializes in changing your tires, one guy specializes in making sure your gas and oil levels are right. Whatever. They all have these highly specialized jobs, and their goal is to get you back on track, metaphorically and in reality, and back, racing at your absolute optimum functioning. And so that's what a pit crew is for a real race. And in life, your pit crew are those people who you surround yourself with who have a particular job or a particular thing they offer that help you to be your best in your life. And so for years, I had a list of my pit crew people on a magnet right on my refrigerator. I had that on my refrigerator because it sticks, because it's magnetized, but also because that's a place I used to go to solve problems and sometimes still do if I'm not using my pit crew, right? I might be going to look to manage some stress in the refrigerator, and there's a list of people who are my go to people who help me to function in my optimal way in life. So I want you to take a second right now, go get a piece of paper and a pencil, rummage around or pick up your phone. Maybe you can put a list there. And I want you to actually start creating your pit crew list. And your pit crew list is going to be all the people in your life who serve you well. Remember that pit crew has to do their job well. So we might have friends and people that are in our lives who, if we're complaining about our partner, they join right in with us and we sort of circle the drain and it's negative, 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 or gossipy and whatever. And I'm not saying no judgment about that, but they're not necessarily the person who helps us to be our best. The people in our pit crew are the people who support us towards our higher self and our best functioning. So, for instance, when it's really bad, when I don't know anyone else who can answer the question, I call my dad. I don't talk to my dad that often about other things, or I mean, we chat, but when it's like that, I call my dad. When it's daily relational things, I have particular friends who you have great wisdom and are able to steer me in a direction that helps me to see the problem in a right-sized way. So write that list of people who are on your pit crew. And sometimes it's your dog. They love you unconditionally. They're always up for a walk. They sort of force you to walk. That's a great pit crew member. And just sort of put that list somewhere nearby. As this week of school starts up, think about all those people who can support you. Literally, the person who can run out and get you milk if you're stuck at school and you have to have that. Um, these are the people that help our lives to run smoothly. And we want to make sure that those relationships are fine-tuned and working, and that we know who we can reach out to, particularly in these difficult times. If we feel isolated and disconnected, if we don't utilize our pit crew when life is at its most difficult, it's going to be even more challenging. So remember, you have all these people in your life. Sometimes your pit crew people say things that initially feel shocking. I mean, one of my most important pit crew people, my good friend Claire, said to me once, Jen, it's not all about you. And she said it with deep love. And it was exactly what I needed to hear in that moment. It woke me up. It woke me up to the story I was telling myself. That's what we need in our lives, with love. So keep that pit crew list close, keep it on your phone, keep it somewhere around you, remind yourself of who you have to support you. And when it really gets difficult, maybe pull it out and look at it. Who can you call? Who can you run this by? Who can help get the milk? Who's going to tell you, let's go for a walk at 6 tomorrow morning? Let's just get out and get some fresh air. Those are the things you need in your life right now. And many of you already have it. And certainly I have it, but I forget. In a moment of stress, I forget. So I'm sort of challenging you to identify your pit crew, to really look at those relationships and how they serve you, to look and see if some of them maybe aren't serving you. Some of the people in your circle aren't, and I'm not saying you're not friends with them, but they might not be who you call. And 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 see if you can't sort of make that a robust option for you in this next couple of weeks, reaching out to those folks or staying connected or thinking about them. Okay, good luck next week. See you soon.